Did you know that I actually have 8 pets? You guys know about my 4 dogs, but I also have 4 jumping spiders. So I decided to go ahead and make a video about feeding all 8 of my animals. Starting off with the dogs. I do a mixture of kibble and raw, which for some reason is kind of controversial. For kibble, I use open farm. I mix the oven baked good bowl with their raw mix. I pair that with refeed raw and a bunch of supplements. So I go in with refeed raw kind of as the base. And I start off by cutting one into 4 sections. Espeon, is a lot smaller, so she doesn't get nearly as much food as the boys. Although with the depth of her bowl, you can see it's like less than half the depth of the other 3. It tends to look like a lot. I really like refeed raw. It's super simple, super easy. I just throw them in the fridge the night before, let them defrost. It's easy to cut, it's easy to bloop out, and it is safe for people to handle. I don't want to handle it, but if I had to, I could do so safely. The second package I do is in 3 for the 3 boys. Now, the reason I don't do only raw, it's simply, well, we travel. We travel the country, we travel the world, and it can be hard to, continue that on the road. So I'd rather mix with kibble, so that way if they have to eat this kibble on the road or in a different country, it doesn't upset them. Next up is just smashing it into it. I love feeding with slow feeders. It just adds a little bit more enrichment, slow them down, and yeah, I just find that they work best. Luckily, none of my dogs are like food hounds, so they don't need it to slow them down to a safe level while eating. Now, normally they all eat out of soda pup slow feeders, but Espeon hides the bowls. So if I don't pick up the bowls quickly enough after everyone's finished, so pick them up and sometimes you can't find them. So in this case, there's a pink one somewhere that I still have yet to find. Actually. And yeah, it could be under the couch, it could be under her blanket. I don't know. She takes them. She likes to lick them and yeah, and hide them from me. Then for Espeon, I go in with half a cup of the raw mix from Open Farm. Adding a half a cup to all the boys as well. And then I'm going to go in with half a cup of the oven bake good bowl. The one I do is like the seafood one. Now for my actual favorite supplement. Because if you have to give this one supplement, Rogue Pet Science Origins is it. All 3 boys get 4 tablespoons. Espeon gets 1. I add to a cup, add about equal parts water, and then mix it up. I also got this little mixer that people use for their coffees and stuff just for the dogs. It makes like a gravy and they absolutely love it. I won't lie. Originally, I was just using it as powder to go over, and then I read the back and it said to make it into a gravy. And I was like, well, that makes sense. But they loved it dry too. I mean, Espeon, all the dogs would, if there's any powder left in the bowls, would lick it all out. So this mix of food has been really, really good. When I got Palmer, you guys know he was not in the best condition. We struggled with food a lot because he would just break out in hot spots and we couldn't figure out why. He's not allergic to anything. So we've just been struggling. But with this mix of food and supplements, no more hot spots. I don't know exactly what we can, give credit to for that, but this is working. It's working wonderful. I'm so happy that he's no longer uncomfortable or in pain. And he is finally to the weight that he should have been for the last, 5 years. And I'm just, he's living his best life. Okay, so all the dogs get the native pet skin and coat. Espeon gets 1, the boys get 2. And this just helps with, the skin and coat. Palmer gets the allergy supplement. That's because we don't know what he's sensitive to. I just add it in hopes that it helps. Then I go in with their omega oil. The boys get 4 pumps. Espeon gets 1. And then Espeon gets a hip and joint supplement. If you don't know, Espeon is almost 12. She's an old lady, and you would never guess. Then everyone gets a quill egg. I don't have one of the fancy quill egg cutters, so I just go in and stab it with a fork. Then I like to give them something crunchy to chew. Today it's chicken feet, sometimes it's chicken head, sometimes it's fish, so, I like to add a little variety and a little snack on top. If you guys are wondering how to, bath the egg without it, like, popping and exploding, I just kind of stab it with one of the little, I cannot think. Fork stickies. Oh my god. Fork leg? Huh. Anyways, so that way it pops it, so that way, like, the air doesn't escape or make it explode. I don't know. I've had it explode before. Prong? Are they fork prongs? We're looking this up right now. Anyways, this is the finished product for the dogs. Tines? A tine is a prong or a point. Huh, well now we know. Okay, if you guys are afraid of spiders, go ahead and skip. I am going to introduce you guys to my 4 jumping spiders. These are my new guys. So let's start with Minerva. Minerva is a pan-tropical jumping spider. Curly, I can't pronounce it, but is a scientific name, but pan-tropical is the common name. And then this is Furby, if you couldn't guess by the little clay Furby I'd made. You can tell, hopefully, by the size that Furby is very, 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 very young. As they grow older and get bigger, their cage sizes are upgraded. This is Bluey. And this is Bancy. Bancy I actually bought at a reptile show. And she, or he, we don't know the gender yet, is a bold. This is what I feed my mealworms. I used to feed crickets, but raising crickets is hard, it's loud, and I still have crickets running around in my house. So I do mealworms and then flightless fruit flies for the youngins. This is actually Bancy's very first mealworm. They had recently molted, and look at him go. I was so proud. I love watching them hunt. This is my first time feeding Minerva. I found her on my wall and said, "Oh, I'm gonna take you now," and she was like, "Oh, okay, cool." I went ahead and just dropped the mealworm, and she's being a little shy. She's still getting used to me. I can hold her, but the key with dumping spiders is don't force yourself on them. They will let you know when they want you to interact with them, when they want you to hold them. So I just dropped it, and she happily ate it. So she is female. You can tell by her coloring. Not all dumping spiders species you can tell by their coloring, but with that variety, you can. For Furby, I just honestly just dump some dumping spiders. If they live long, it makes it easier. Furby was a top food. I don't feed on specific days. I just look at the abdomen and let them tell me when they need to eat. Bluey's still young, so Bluey gets fruit flies as well. And same thing, just tap, 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 tap. And if you're wondering about water and stuff, I water my dumpling spiders twice a day by misting the side of their walls. Flightless fruit flies may not be able to fly, but they sort of get around. I think it's about time to move Pansy to a bigger cage because she's eating bigger prey, and I don't want to disturb her while she's eating, but I need to put the bottom on. You can't really tell, but Bluey is munching on a fruit fly. I have successfully fed all 8 of my pets. Hopefully within time it'll be 9. Oh, there's Barbie month in too. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. And make sure to subscribe and leave a comment. And we will see you guys in the next one.